Dallas Cowboys Training Camp coverage, powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, and in part by Texas Cheer Liquor, Cowboys AC and Heating, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
Welcome back to the Blitz here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, AM 1250. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, and there's a very large man sitting in our booth. And OC, I got to apologize to you, man. Tell me how the right way to say your last name.
Well, I mean, Osa is how you pronounce my first name, and Odighizuwa.
Odighizuwa.
Yes,
oh, see, I'll get that. I mean,
it's pretty easy once you hear it, right?
Is it?
Yeah. It's the vowels. People will look at it and it's all the vowels, and it scares people. It's like, how do I pronounce that?
Well, exactly, right? Osa?
Yep.
Odighizuwa.
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 Yeah.
But see, I'm trying to do that without reading. See, it's there. At what grade did you figure out how to spell it?
Pretty early. That was like one of the first things that I was learning how to spell when I could, like when I was learning how to write. It was just my first and last name.
Teachers ever get it right?
Not really. I would always know in class, like when we had a substitute teacher, I'd always know when they got to my name because it would be like Jim, Randy. Here.
Yeah, I'm here. Well, see, I always thought I had a problem. My last name is Reinagel, right? So everybody's always asking me how to spell it. How many times do you have to spell and say your name when you go to a restaurant or anywhere?
I just give them Osa.
Just Osa, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 letters, pretty simple. And even then, that's an abbreviation of my first name.
How do you can you tell us?
Osawaru.
Oh, wow.
Osawaru. Osawaru.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You feel me? Just
I like Osa.
Yeah.
Tell me about this camp compared to a year ago, and where this defense is compared to a year ago.
Much more tightly connected, having played together for a year. It's a lot better, a lot easier just to figure out the installs because we've been under the system for a year, so we're kind of figuring out how things are working, why things are getting called the way they are, and kind of like knowing what DQ's thinking as he's calling these things. And this is not your first time running them, so it's clicking a little bit more. We're able to communicate a little bit faster, and the pace is increasing.
What was it about last year? Because the defense took a big jump to where it was the year before, and now everybody's expecting that defense to take even bigger jump. What is it about Dan Quinn and the defense and everything you guys are doing that it seems to be clicking?
I feel like everyone's putting in a lot of work and just expressing that desire and just coming together as a team. Like we had a very high attendance in the off-season program this year too. Like everybody was there for the entire off-season program. So just things like that and just spending time together, putting in the work together, and you know what I mean, is just adding to the bond and just the connection and just the ability to learn and just picking things up, as we're coming together and putting it in and just grinding.
There's some talent out there too, though, right?
Yeah, of course. But, I mean, there's talent on every team.
That's true, yeah.
So I feel like we're doing a good job of just coming together and just and you know what I mean, just putting the work in.
Osa Odighizuwa. Odighizuwa. So every time I say Osa, you just say your last name when we do the reset.
I got you.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
I'll learn it eventually.
Yep.
I will.
I wouldn't count on it, Osa.
No, man. I mean, look, you are making a name for yourself in this defense where everybody is going to know exactly how to say your name. And this defensive front, there's some guys that get a lot more attention because they're getting that attention. Doesn't that open up the door for you?
I feel like, I just want to be able to add and be able to contribute to us winning, and that's my main concern.
That's so cliche. Come on, man.
I mean, that is, but, like, that's facts, though.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I have individual goals, but it's all within what we do as a team and what we do as a defense. So that's kind of where I'm at. And as far as building my name, like, I just want to take care of what I can on the field, and that's going to come.
It will come. Yeah, absolutely.
When you guys, what is the priority right now for that front? I mean, what do you like to do? Do you like rushing the passer? Do you getting the sacks and all that kind of stuff? What do you like?
That's the most fun part of being a D lineman for sure, is rushing the passer. Run game is fun too, and obviously you love the game, but the most fun part of being a D lineman is pass rushing.
Do you ever just kind of talk some trash to that quarterback when he's down on the ground?
Nah, not really. I'm not one of those.
Not one of those, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I can be sometimes, but like without even noticing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, It's hard to say. Like, it would have to be like I'll have to be in a really, really just a certain space to be on that type of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so take us through. You beat your guy, the offensive lineman. You know you're about to just crush this quarterback. Take us through what that moment is like when you get there, and then the wimpy sound he makes when you crush him.
It feels great. It feels great. Like, just get up, celebrate with the guys, and do it again.
What quarterback makes the weirdest noise when you hit him?
I feel like it's too loud for me to hear that. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't heard anyone squeal or anything like that. I feel like it was just more like a grunt, or like I'm making noise more so than them. Like, I'm grunting too, like puffing and puffing, just, you know what I mean?
Who's the most famous quarterback you've sacked?
I only have like 3 sacks. So
That's all right.
probably Jalen Hurts.
Okay, all right. Well, he's kind of hard to get down. I mean, he moves pretty well, doesn't he? Yeah.
Powerlifter.
Really?
Yeah. Dude,
wow.
Squatted like 600 pounds.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Can you do that? 600, or do you get higher?
A little bit more.
A little bit more than that?
I'm saying, like, he probably squats more than that, too. I'm saying, like, that was in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I heard about that when we were in high school. I was like, quarterback?
Wow.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But that's what you're there.
Dude is strong, so.
Yeah, wow.
Have you ever hit a guy and thought, crap, that hurt me? Especially if you weren't expecting it. Like there are some run. You look at like Saquon. I imagine he's a tough dude to bring down. But you look at some of these other smaller, shifty running backs. You kind of figure you could take them out pretty easy. Is there somebody that surprised you with how strong they were?
I mean, I knew when we played the Bucs, I knew Leonard Fournette was going to be a very strong guy. But like I remember having and this is my first NFL game too. So I remember like having my hand like around his legs and they were still driving. I'm like damn.
Well, he's a big dude too, though, isn't he?
Yeah, big guy.
When you go against a big guy like that, where I mentioned Saquon or Derrick Henry, do you approach the game differently as far as how you have to tackle them?
No. I'm like trying to have a low target and aim for that hip anyways, just as far as being a tackler and then just being a wrestler as well. It's pretty much like shooting a double leg. So that's kind of where I'm aiming when I'm trying to tackle you. Anyways.
What do you mean shooting a double leg?
Shooting a double leg takedown. So like you're stepping in, same foot, same shoulder, putting your shoulder on their hip, grabbing the leg, squeeze and drive.
Okay.
Now you mentioned you were a wrestler.
Yeah.
Now was that like competitive or WWE type?
No, I wrestled in middle school and high school. I wrestled for 7 years.
Does that help you play in football?
A lot.
Wow.
A lot. Yeah, I'd say just in terms of like mental aspect for sure. Just wrestling is a tough sport, so I feel like if you can be good at wrestling, which I was, I feel like that mentality just once I started applying that mentality and just that approach to football is when I started to see success in football. So
could you see you doing that? I mean, after your pro football career's over, maybe call up the folks at WWE and do something? No?
Maybe, I don't know.
It depends on what they're offering, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
Depends on how my body's feeling.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
That floor that they dive on in the ring is not soft.
Yeah.
They're diving on like some hardwood floors.
Do you watch that stuff or do you...
I've seen WWE.
Yeah.
And my agent represents a couple of people too, so like just learning about it, I have a lot more respect for what they do.
Yeah.
Would you, if you were getting into the fight game, would you rather go boxing, wrestling, or MMA?
Probably wrestling.
Just more familiar?
Yeah.
Just use your size?
And it's not like I wouldn't be able to fight, but it's just like, why would I willingly get hit in the face? I feel like you have to be crazy to do any 4 of these sports, whether it be football, wrestling, boxing, or MMA. But I feel like boxing and MMA, especially MMA, those guys got like a screw or two loose.
Well, but I'm looking at the way your hands are taped. I mean, you're taped up like a boxer. Just put the gloves on, you'd be ready to go.
I mean, boxing, I do a little bit of boxing in the off season, but I feel like it's just more so for my hand protection and just being able to use my hands.
Dude, I'm with you. I don't want to just stand there and get pounded in the face for, however long that is.
But you wouldn't want to wrestle either.
Well, not him anyway, that's for sure. But, I mean, seriously, you just get hit in the face. I mean, it does take a special dude to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
visiting with Osa
Odighizuwa
here on the Blitz in Oxnard, California at Cowboys Training Camp as we get ready for the start of the season. The idea of this defensive unit, second year, everything that's going on in the NFL and then, of course, in training camp, you guys have those things on your helmet, the Guardian caps.
Oh, yeah. That's new. That's this year.
Do you like that?
They look weird.
They do look weird.
That's about it. I don't care.
Does it feel different on your head?
Not really. I don't notice that it's there. Probably would notice if it wasn't there, if I hit somebody in the head or something like that, or like, you know what I mean? So I'm glad it's just extra protection. I don't really mind it. You know what I mean? It's
not one of those look good, play good kind of things?
I mean, it's practice, bro. I don't care. I'm worried about something completely different. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Obviously, you have like what you wear that you feel like feels good, looks good to an extent, but that's not what you're worried about when you're going into practice.
Well, it must not. Have you seen C.D. Lamb? What he wears, the cutoff pants? I mean, it's just whatever, huh?
I mean, that's just his
style, right?
That's his practice swag. That's just what he does.
I got you. I didn't know everybody had practice swag, though.
Like, I mean, not everybody, but that's just like, it just depends on what you like to wear. Like, and then obviously you put it on a loop, so you probably wear it every day.
Right.
So, yeah, you pick out something that you feel like is comfortable, looks decent, you know what I mean, and then throw it on your loop, you wear it again.
I got you.
Oh, so what do you like off the field?
Big anime guy. Like to watch anime. Spending time just with friends, whether that be like going out. About to go fishing on Sunday for the first time. So
nice.
Out here in California. You're familiar with this area, so do you got a spot?
No. Like, this is my first time that I've ever gone fishing, so about to go with the D-line. So I'm a foodie as well, so I like to go out and eat.
All right, so you've never gone fishing?
Never in my life.
Are you guys going on a lake, or are you going out on a boat, do a little deep sea fishing?
Deep sea fishing.
Oh, wow.
All right, so you might want to invest in some Dramamine pills before you to keep you from getting seasick.
I mean, I feel like I don't know if I'm gonna get seasick.
Have you ever done that? Gone out on the water, a little deep sea wave action?
Nah.
I mean, even if you're not drinking beer, you're gonna feel it. You're going to feel it. You're going to be leaning over the side of that boat going, damn, I should have listened to that dude from San Antonio.
Man, maybe. I'll take my chances, though.
All right, in a
That's
foodie,
good. That'll be fun.
What's your foodie range? You mentioned foodie.
I mean, growing up on Nigerian food, like, you're eating stuff that people would look at and be like, what is that? You know what I mean? But it's actually some of the best food that you could possibly have. It's like top for me. So growing up on like cultural foods like that, just making my way to like Indian food, Asian food, Mexican food, just things like that, different cultures.
So you like to eat?
Yeah, I like to say I eat like I've traveled the world, even though I haven't really been anywhere.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Osa
Odighizuwa,
appreciate you taking the time and joining us here today in San Antonio.
Thank you, guys.